Hi, my name is Christo Liebenberg. I'm from Cymer, and in our EUV business we use high power CO2 lasers. And with me here today I have Dr. Kumar Patel, the inventor of the CO2 laser. So Dr. Patel, thank you for having me over for this short interview.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
I was born in a small town in the state of Maharashtra, used to be state of Bombay then, now Mumbai. And I got my bachelor's degree in engineering from Pune University, which is about 120 miles northeast of Bombay. In 1958, I came to the United States to get a PhD from Stanford, and I finished my PhD in 1961. And from then on, I went to work at Bell Labs, and I stayed at Bell Labs till 1993. Towards the end, I managed all of their physics and material science research activities at Murray Hill, which was something close to 400 scientists that worked in the institution. In any case, those were the great days. Those are the great days of science at Bell Labs. And one of the great things that happened is Bell Labs provided me with a kind of environment in which people with imagination can accomplish what they wanted to accomplish. The CO2 laser was invented in 1964. When I went to Bell Labs in 1961, the first ruby laser as well as the first gas laser had already been made to work. They were both low power devices at that point, and I started working in the area of gas lasers with the idea that one of these days the expected very high powers and all the great things that were expected of high power lasers would come true. Started working on gas lasers in 61, and by the time 1963 had come along, it was very clear that gas lasers, the way we were thinking about, or certainly I was thinking about, would not produce the high powers. Being the adventurous kind of person, I decided that a CO2 would be the right place to start for two reasons. One, it was very stable in the discharge, but secondly, because of its symmetrical nature, I could calculate much of what needed to be done before I put the gas inside a laser tube. And from those calculations, I convinced myself that first, you will get the radiation at 9 and 10 microns. It is likely to be high power because the fundamental quantum efficiency of the system is almost 40%. So even if you got some small fraction of that, it still would be infinitely better than any of the other gas lasers or at that any of the solid state lasers. And lo and behold, the first time I tried in 1964, the laser worked. As a matter of fact, it worked so well that this was late at night, around 2 a.m., and my assistant had gone home, long gone home, and I was working away. I turned the laser on. There was a power meter. Some of you might know something called Epley power meters, which no longer exist, Epley thermopiles, which were designed for power outputs of about 10 to 15 milliwatts. And the needle on the meter pegged, and I said, there was obviously something wrong with the meter. There's something with the power meter. I mean, how can you get so much power on the first time you turn it on? So I made the mistake of putting my hand in the beam, which was the worst mistake I've ever made. I've never done that ever again. Got a good burn on my back of my hand, at which point I knew that this was really a good high power laser. At 2 a.m., there is nobody else in the lab. How do you determine how much power you have? So I got a beaker of water, a thermometer, and a stopwatch. And doing the simple calorimetry, figured out that the power output was around 3 to 4 watts, which was 300 to 400 times higher than any other gas laser or any other laser ever produced. And so that was the start in mid-1964. And beyond that point, the progress was extremely fast because both people within Bell Labs and outside of Bell Labs recognized what this laser meant. And when I first heard about Cymer in terms of their using CO2 lasers for generating EUV for lithography, I was very pleased.